Well, we're going Mediterranean today with Mediterranean style turkey meatballs. I've got some pita bread and I've got red onion, tomatoes, and lettuce, and tzatziki, homemade in the secret kitchen, out of this world. This is so delicious and I'm going to make it for you right now. Welcome to Secret Kitchens of New Jersey. Today we have a kind of a Mediterranean-inspired meal for you. I'm making turkey meatballs and we're going to have a tzatziki sauce. We're going to serve the turkey meatballs in pita with tzatziki sauce and all the trimmings. It's going to be really delicious, especially if you've never made your own tzatziki sauce. It's so easy. But I want to get the turkey in the oven. By the way, you want to use lamb, you want to use beef, no worries. It's just that I happen to have had turkey. All the directions, all the measurements are below, but I'll tell you this is about a pound of ground turkey. All right, so got an egg here. Get this slightly beaten. I'm gonna add that. Okay. I've got a little bit of panko breadcrumbs. Some parsley that I just did I just cut it up fresh right before you arrived here. All right, so we're going to season. We're going to season up our turkey meatballs with various things. I mean, first and the obvious thing is, of course, we're going to do salt and pepper to taste. And by that I mean, if you don't like a lot of salt, don't use it. If you like more or less pepper, use that. Remember, we're not going to be a slave to the ingredients. I'm going to use about a teaspoon of salt, not quite a whole teaspoon, kosher salt. All right, let's see. I have a little bit of crushed red pepper, a little bit. I don't want this to be too spicy. If you don't like the crushed red pepper, of course, just leave it out. I'm going to add some onion powder. I have no idea how much that was, but again, all the measurements are going to be below. Some cumin, yes, for that nice smokiness. Love that. And last but not least, some oregano. These are all dried ingredients. Okay, there you go. All right, so let's get in there and mix this up. I'm going to use a glove today because I'm wearing jewelry and I don't want to get my jewelry full of ground turkey. Makes sense, right? All right, so let's give this a good mix. It already smells delicious, I'm going to tell you that right now. If you're wondering about why I didn't use any garlic in here, well, that's because I'm going to have lots of it in the tzatziki. Oh boy, this is nice. Okay, so, that is nicely mixed. All right, now what we're going to do, my oven is preheated to 400. These are going to wind up taking about 20 minutes to cook, and I'm going to form my little meatballs with this little cookie scoop that I have. So let me just go get my sheet tray, my sheet pan, and I'm going to drizzle my sheet pan with a little bit of olive oil. It's going to make sure the meatballs don't stick, and it's also just going to give a little extra flavor. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make room, because no matter how big your kitchen is, you never have enough room. And we're just going to use this as a scooper and just plunk them in place, like so. All right? So I'm just going to keep getting these on my sheet pan, and I'll show you what it looks like before I get it in the oven. Okay, here are my turkey meatballs all ready to go. I'm going to get these in the oven. They're going to go for 400-degree oven about 20 minutes. I don't want these to overcook, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. All right, the meatballs are in the oven, And while they're cooking, we're gonna make some tzatziki sauce, homemade, from scratch. Let me just get a spatula. All right, so I've got Greek yogurt, absolutely plain Greek yogurt. You know, we're not using any flavor. This is nice, thick Greek yogurt. I've got a Persian cucumber that we're gonna wind up shredding up a little bit here. I've got some lemon, salt and pepper, a little olive oil. Very simple. If I had some fresh dill, I would include it, but I guess I just didn't have any, so. All right, so let's shred up some cucumber. Now, cucumber like this is my favorite one to use. Again, all the measurements and whatnot are below, but you can use more or less of this, whatever you want. All right, I think that's going to be enough for our purposes. All right. Now, there's probably about 1.5 cups of yogurt that I'm working with right now. Let's see how we're doing. Now, the thing with cucumber, a lot of water in it. So, you know what? We're going to wring it out. Just use your hands. Okay, get it right in there. Because you don't want all of that liquid in the tzatziki. All right. Get this kind of mixed up a little. Get that out of my way. All right. Oh, it smells good even now with just the cucumber. Cucumber brings such a nice brightness and freshness. And I have some, this is my garlic press. I'm going to put some garlic in here. I'm going to use about 2 cloves. Maybe 3 cloves if they're small. You know, again, more or less garlic. It's kind of to taste. You know, we always say on The Secret Kitchen, or the guide on your culinary journey, don't feel trapped by the recipe. You can use more, you can use less. All right. But garlic is definitely an important ingredient in tzatziki sauce. Let's get some fresh lemon juice. You know, if you're going to use lemon juice, please use a fresh lemon. Don't use that store-bought stuff that's in liquid form. These are lemons that I zested earlier. All right, so these are very juicy lemons. I think I might have enough here. That looks pretty good to me. All right, so I want to get a teaspoon of kosher salt right in there. And some pepper. Oh, too bad you can't smell this. So now we're just going to give it a really good mix. I would say that if you have the opportunity to make this the day before, go ahead and do that, because the flavors, once they marry together, it's even better. All right, and I'm even going to just give it a drizzle of olive oil. Okay, mix it up. This is going to get slathered all over the pita bread. Of course, we have to taste. So good. So good. All right. Fantastic, actually. This is going in the refrigerator. We're waiting for the meatballs anyway. So I'll get these in the refrige. The meatballs have a good 15 minutes or so. And I'll show you what it looks like when the meatballs are done, okay? Finally, actually in real time, this would go so much quicker. The meatballs are done, 20 minutes in the oven at 400 degrees. They came out perfectly. Again, the smell in the Secret Kitchen is wonderful. I love it. You get that hint of cumin in there. Delicious. All right, so while we were off camera, I shredded up some iceberg lettuce. I've got some red onion. And I've got a little bit of plum tomatoes, because that's what I had, adding a little bit of salt. Any kind of tomatoes. I mean, to me, these are my favorite ways of serving this. Probably reminds you a little bit of a taco situation. Everyone does their own thing. So I had a hard time finding pita bread, but I found these pitas, and look at this. They're scored down the middle. These, I heated them up, because I think they're much better heated. And I'll show you what I do. As much of this as you want. Slather it on the inside. Oh, this is going to be delicious. Okay, I'm going to add some lettuce. Now, I'm going to cut these meatballs in half, only because it's just going to make it a little, make it a little bit easier to stuff it inside my pita pocket. Otherwise, otherwise you wouldn't have to do that. So, get a couple of these guys in here. All right, and some tomato. Oh, you know what? Wow, it's good. Let's get some tomato. Running out of space. A little bit of onion. And the crowning jewel is a little more tzatziki. Okay, this is good with so many different things. And then all that's left to do is take a bite, which I'm going to attempt to do. Wow. You would love this. I'm sorry you can't be with me right now. The meatballs are delicious. They're done perfectly. The tzatziki is what makes it. You got the lemon and the garlic, the creaminess against the heat of the meatballs. Oh, it's so good. Wow. I gotta say goodbye so I can continue eating this. Okay. Thank you for joining me today in the Secret Kitchen. Turkey meatballs, tzatziki, all the trimmings on pita bread. Please, you gotta try it. You know what else? Please, like and subscribe. We need the inspiration. We'll see you next time on Secret Kitchens of New Jersey. Bye, everyone.